I don't know about you, but I often come up with lots of ideas and have lots of notes when I'm listening to a podcast or watching a video. And in the past, I've always kept them in a notebook. And I like the notebook system, but I want it to be a little more organized. And my old notebook is coming to an end and I'm about to start a new one. So I thought I would put some new practices in place and share those with you. So keep watching. Hi, this is Rebecca and this is Rebecca's Roadmap. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about my idea notebook. This is my current notebook. You can see it is just packed full of all kinds of notes and post-it notes and graphs and all kinds of goodness. And this is what I carry around in my bag when I'm at work or I'm out and about. Often I listen to podcasts at work and take notes. If I'm watching videos at home, I usually take notes. If I'm reading a book, I usually take notes. And any ideas that happen to pop into my mind, I write them down so I don't forget them. But I'm having a hard time going back and organizing. I should say, I'm having a hard time going back and finding where I wrote the idea unless it's like on the last couple of pages. So I have lots of good information in here and my system's not so good. So I'm going to try something new, so I thought I would share that with you since I'm going to set it up anyway. So this is, both of these actually are notebooks from Hobby Lobby. They have the plastic cover on them and they have the little elastic on them. So I love these. They're a great size for me. I can throw them in my bag. They're not too big and they're not too little. So let me flip back to my notes because I was making notes on this video so I don't lose them. Maybe. Alright, there we go. And I like that I can fold this like this because I'll usually stick this down in like my desk drawer and then just if I have an idea I'll pull it out and write something down and then put it back in my desk drawer. So so this is my new one. It's got the peach cover and the kind of faux wood page, and the lines on this one are peach. My old one had green lines on it, and it's got the elastic. So I love that because my pages don't get all kind of crazy looking. So anyway, I think this has got 140 or 160 pages in it, and it's $5.99 at Hobby Lobby. And I usually kind of find them over like where the cards and kind of stationery stuff is located. So maybe check out that area. And it is called a journal. So usually our Hobby Lobby has a whole end unit that has kind of a bunch of journals, and these are usually on the bottom. Anyway, I love this. Throw it in my bag. Holds up great. So I'm using this notebook to record ideas for blog posts and videos. I'm using this notebook to record any notes from podcasts or videos, mostly podcasts because I'll play those during the day if I'm working on some paperwork that is kind of boring. And I want to add a new section which is action items. I'm going to add this at the back because I often make notes to myself about things I want to do and they kind of get lost. So I'm going to try that. So what I did is I just divvied up the sections and put a post-it note here. My blog post idea is about 50 pages. My podcast notes are about 70 pages, and then the balance, this kind of little thin section, I left for action items. So I was looking at this to see how I could apply some tabs to this so it would be easy to find. So here's some ideas. One, you could just use the post-it notes. I could leave those there. You could use some little post-it notes that you could move around if you wanted to tag stuff. Or you could use, there's some bigger ones too that you can use for tabs. And let's see what else. These are some little die cuts that came with a My Mind's Eye ephemera pack. So in theory, I could punch these out and use them to make a little tab there or at the top. That same little ephemera pack, and I'm sure many others, also came with these pre-made tabs that I could put on here, or I could put on the top. And those would, let's see, what do we have here? Let me take this off. So those would kind of line up like this. We closed it, they kind of stick up like that. So that's an option. These weren't my favorite colors to go with the peach though. I didn't think those worked out too good. So, one other thing I had was a bunch of these little punched out banners. Now this is just, I think, a Recollections banner punch. And this is just some scrapbook paper. After watching the Reset Girls, what did she call it? Like my punch buffet or something like that. I got this little container from Michael's, and I've just got all these little punches that I can use for different things. We've got flowers and squares and circles and all kinds of craziness. So I was thinking, so I was laying these out, that I might can use these. So I've got all these options. But what I really kind of liked were these, kind of this pink and orange theme going on. For some reason I'm liking that today. So I can either, do I need 4? I don't think I need 4. I only got 3 sections, right? So which of these look best? I really like this one and that one. So which one looks better, that or that? In the camera this one reads better, but in reality I think I like that one better. Let's see, got those 3. I've got those 3. Alright, we're going to go with those. So what I was thinking is I could either put them on the side, let them stick out a little bit, kind of like that. But the problem is I usually put this down in my bag and have this up at the top. So then I was thinking maybe I'll just do that. And I think that might be a good solution. We'll see. If this becomes a problem, I can always just kind of cut them off or cut them down. But kind of line them up, I suppose. So let's see, we're going to start out with that. Let's see, oh, I was going to do a little decoration on this too. So blog post ideas, I was gonna do something like this and maybe stamp out blog post ideas. And then what else did we have? For my action items, I think I'm gonna use these. Kind of liking that with that. So that'll be my last section. And then for my podcast notes, I was going to do this. So, okay, that works out. Okay, so we're just going to kind of glue some of this stuff down. We're not doing anything too crazy. I'm going to leave probably about that much sticking up. So I'm going to put some on the back here. And if need be, I'm sorry you can't see that. I'm just using some Elmer's glue stick here. If need be, you can glue another one to the back side if you need to kind of reinforce that. So you can just flip that over and glue that like that. So that works. Is that even straight? It's kind of straight. Okay. So I may go back and do that, or I may not. Just taking the little things out of the bees. So we're going to put "Don't Quit Your Daydream," and then I'm going to put blog ideas. I think is probably going to be good enough for that. You know, my mama got me one of the Ranger craft sheets for Mother's Day, and I really should have gotten that out before I got all this other stuff out, but I didn't. So we're just going to go with the flow, and I will get it out for the next crafty video. Alright, so we got that. And I got these, actually I should say my mother got these for me at Joann's. So they're like $2. Of course, I think there was a coupon there, or they were on sale or something, so my mom paid like $1 for them. Anyway, I thought these were cute. So I'm just going to stamp blog here. And hopefully that bee's in the right spot. And I don't know if I'm going to put anything else, so that might be it. So my mom was telling me she watched something about how to make those letters connect, but I don't know. I think we're just going to go with it. I may end up adding a little more decoration down here, so we'll see. Okay, as I was putting these stamps up, I had a thought. I've got these cute little stamps I thought might look good, and I've got some distressed ink in the pink and the orange, so I thought that I would just stamp those right quick. Okay, so there we go. I just wanted to add a little bit of color to that. That's a real simple page, but I think it does the job. So let's move on and do our next page. Okay, well, you know, I was thinking that looked a little plain. So I said, well, I'm going to stamp the word ideas there. And that would have been okay, except I used the B stamp instead of the D stamp. So it was ideas instead of ideas. Okay, that didn't work for me. So we're just going to put a little piece of washi tape there. If this really bothers me, then I will just, you know, tear this page out and do the next one. But we're just going to go with it for now. But anyway, you can see that this bled through some, but it's really not bad. This paper is pretty nice. Excuse me. This paper is pretty nice and thick. So let's move on. Let's get away from the little stamps, because evidently I'm stamp challenged, and see where we're going to put our next tab. And the next one is going to be for podcast notes, and that is this stack. So I want to line my 3 things up. I think that might be kind of nice. So let's get our gluing on. And again, if you're using thinner paper, you can always back that. So that's kind of what that's looking like now. I'm liking that. And I think while I'm gluing these, I might go ahead and glue the 3rd one. Okay, I think I'm pleased with that. That's kind of nice. Just come up here and flip to the next one. Now then, let's see. This is a page breaker that I got from the dollar spot at Target for $1, like back at the beginning of the year. Anyway, I thought those were kind of cool. So I'm going to probably glue that there, and I'm thinking I might cut that off. Maybe kind of do it like that. And then I'm going to stamp podcast. I know I'm stamp challenged, but if I use the ones with the alphabets on the front and not upside down, I think that it'll be okay. So I'm going to pause this for a second and cut this piece of paper off. Alright, I got that cut off. Let me see if I want to cut more off or if we want to do that. I'm kind of liking that. What was I going to do here? I'm thinking actually I was going to like stamp a pineapple right there. Maybe just in black. I know. Let's see. So let me glue these down. Alright, now I'm just going to stamp podcast on here. These are my favorite stamps that I got from Hobby Lobby. See how much they were. Didn't say anymore, but I think they were about $12. Of course I use a coupon, so I got them for less than that. So I'm just going to stamp that right there and see if there's any other stamping I want to do, and we'll be done with this page. Notice that I think that word's a little big for right there. So I am going to go to a little bit smaller. I've got these little Michael's Dollar Spot stamp. So I'm going to try these out and see if that works better. Okay, I've got my little ones laid out, and I'm just going to stamp on here. Not sure if I want to stamp them in the middle. I'm thinking in the middle. Let's try not to misspell anything this time. And by all means, make sure your letters are in the right direction, because you know I could do that too. Alright. Podcast notes. I don't know why I just like that pineapple right there. I think we're going to do that though. Ta-da! I wonder, do we need a little washi? Let's see. Maybe some washi right there. Anything else? Okay, I'm kind of liking that. I like the way that turned out. I'm going to clean this up and we will do page 3. So this is the last page, and this is my action items. Let's see, this is from the Reset Girl, what is that called? Where is it? Here it is. Reset Girl package at Hobby Lobby. This is 12 punch dashboards with foil accents. So I know it's got the holes in it, so I was thinking I would cover the holes up with this girl. Do something like that. I don't know, I just kind of like that girl. And I don't know if we need more gold. That might work down there. And then I just need to write, let's see, do we want action items? Let's see if that's actually going to work with these larger ones, or if I need to use the little ones again. I could stamp over my little thing, huh? S and T are gonna, or I could go action list. I'm kind of liking that. What do y'all think? Let's try that. Do we want to stamp it in orange? Do we want to stamp it in black? Kind of thinking black. Alright, so I'm going to clear this off, glue everything down, and get my stamping done. Alright, I've got those glued down. Now on to the stamping. I am pleased with the way it turned out. And I'm not thinking I really need anything else on that page. So I think I'm gonna stop, because when I start adding stuff, I mess stuff up. So, and I actually did try to line these letters up. I really did, because you know, there were actually lines there, but yeah. I didn't do such a good job, but I'm really okay with that. So this is our idea on the go notebook, and we've got our first section for blog ideas. We've got our second section for podcast notes, and we have our third section for my action list. So I'm very pleased with the way this turned out. If you guys decide to try that, please let me know. Link to your videos if you shoot one, or leave in the comments below how you did yours. If you like this kind of thing, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends if you think that they could use this idea. So I thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.